talk about 2020. I remember in 2020.
This is going to be a defining moment for most people, man.
For the generation.
This is for the generation, yeah. This is it. Like the people who made it through COVID.
Yep.
19.
Yeah.
But man, we don't have to talk about that right now. What we do need to talk about is probably the most important thing right now. Is Tiger King.
Tiger King, yes.
Tiger King.
I didn't realize you were going to transition to Tiger King off of COVID, but I'll take any excuse to get off of COVID, man.
That has got to be... That documentary is literally insanity.
Yeah.
From the beginning,
yeah,
when they give you a little taste, and then the next episode, they will outdo you. They will outdo your expectations whatsoever. It will smash your expectations of what you think humans are about.
Right.
Oh, you like this lady who seems like pretty, like she's pretty, what's it called? Calm and regular compared to Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
The gun-toting gay tiger owner.
Polygamist.
Finds out that
all of his criteria are the best. I love that guy.
Finds out she's killed her husband.
Let's make this a whole Tiger King episode. Yeah, let's go all in on this thing.
Yeah.
Did you think it was going to get... I thought we were going to watch some things about tigers and some people who maybe treat them badly.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I would question what people are capable of and what world I live in, because that's what happened by the end of it. I'm like, is this real life?
Yeah. I didn't know that there was humans that thought and lived this way, that operate this way.
Yeah.
It is like the worst, like a caricature of rednecks would underdeliver on the reality of what I saw in Tiger King.
Yeah, this is the worst timeline for tiger owners. Like this is we have the worst one in our universe, you know?
Yeah,
in some universe they might be the best, but in ours they're the craziest.
It seems like they're all crazy. They're all levels of crazy. There's some new information that people who just watch Tiger King, that we'll spill that tea there. But I want to talk a little bit more about that lady who most definitely killed
allegedly
her husband.
Most definitely allegedly killed her. Carol Baskin. How mad are people at Carol Baskin?
Carol Baskin might be the only person that's really going to suffer as a result of this documentary.
I hope so.
I really do, man.
Yeah,
dude, they were playing it off as if and then she's like, "Well, I can't even put his hand in the meat grinder." She didn't say, "I can't put my own hand in the meat grinder. How could I put my husband?" She said, "I can't even put his hand in the meat grinder."
She should have said, "I couldn't. I couldn't even put his hand in the meat grinder." I mean, I can't because I couldn't. And then you have her husband who looks like, what's up with that guy's deal?
Oh my God, dude, that guy's willing to do a photo shoot with that woman wearing a leash and a tiger costume, on all fours. Yeah. And when you look at him, he doesn't look like the type of guy who would go for that.
No.
But he does.
Yeah.
But he does. I think he's also scared. I think he's realized that she's killed the last guy.
He probably put together at some point in their relationship. At some point he was like, oh shit, like this is, she killed him. Yeah.
I don't know how she has so much more money than the other guys. Well,
the guy was a billionaire. Not a billionaire, but he was a millionaire, her husband.
Right. But it just seems that they're just frivolously spending it on stuff. Also, her park did not look nice at all.
Her park looked like shit. And I think that was really smart of her, where she's just like, we're just trying to make ends meet. You know, we're with PETA. Everybody's a volunteer. You get a shirt if you volunteer long enough.
Yeah, it's like, please have a look, but let me introduce you to my lawyer. And the lawyer looks like he's had Bane serum. The guy's like, we're going to take everything from you. We're going to take everything from you. We're going to take both of your husbands, Joe Exotic. By the way, Joe Exotic has 2 husbands.
Yeah.
2 husbands that are not actually gay. One of them has a tattoo over his penis that says property of Joe Exotic.
Listen.
But he's not gay, though.
I don't even... that's so impressive. Like, I know he's crazy and maybe a murderer and all.
Yeah.
So impressive to get 2... These are straight men. I went deeper into those guys because those are my 2 favorite.
You did.
Those are the most... yes, I did. Those are the 2 most likable dudes on there are Travis and the bull guy. I don't know his name.
Yeah. The
dude with 4 teeth.
Yeah. Which, by the way, apparently it was just a like he has dentures.
Right, I saw it.
but they told him to take it off for the documentary to really lean into the redneck.
Yeah, they're like, take your shirt off too.
Also, he's never with a shirt the
I wonder
entire
how
documentary.
suggestible he is, where they're like, hey, you want to take your teeth out and not put on a shirt, marry this gay guy? He's like, yep. You know, just like, this guy doesn't
I'm
say
good.
no.
All right, cool. I'll just
I bet
do
you
it.
they weren't even worried to ask him about the shirt and the teeth. They're like, this straight guy married a gay guy. We can ask him to take his shirt off. Like, that's a small ask comparatively.
It really is.
Yeah, but Joe Exotic, man. And he got that super young guy, too. He's got a third young guy, the 24-year-old. He's in the BBC all the time. When I read the news, it's like Joe Exotic's husband. And this 20-year-old full guy who just
No,
so
he's
innocent.
dead.
Who's dead?
That's the one that's dead.
No, there's another one.
The new one. The new one.
They've got married, by the way. So
yeah, that's true.
This guy's on his third husband.
Is he?
Well, this one's actually gay, which is, good.
Yeah, no, this one was gay. The other one was okay. Well, meth is a hell of a drug, right?
Meth is a hell of a drug.
That's really how he got these straight guys.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he was spitting such wonderful game, such wonderful gay game. He wasn't doing any of that.
Yeah.
It was definitely meth, and I was thinking that someone's going to kill themselves somewhere during this documentary. Once when you get halfway through the documentary and you just see the craziness that's happening, you just realize at some point someone's going to do suicide. It makes sense. So I was just trying to guess who was going to be. And then, they gave that kid a lot of coverage. So I was thinking to myself, all right, maybe this is the one. They're talking about he's tortured, and he's always talking about like, oh, this is going to be my last cigarette before I die and stuff like that. But never did I expect that this guy was going to do it in front of another person. Yeah. And we get the CCTV 720p camera of this guy reacting 100%
authentic
to the situation. And also, wait, hold on one second, right? Okay, that happens. That's just his campaign manager. How did his campaign manager become a ride or die for Joe Exotic?
There are very few opportunities in Oklahoma, Yasin. There's like only 4 jobs total. And this one guy has 3 of them,
He went from Walmart manager to also campaign he manager. Ran for president.
Dude, ambition.
Unparalleled.
And that guy believes in, how you meet friends all the time and they can do something, but they don't believe in themselves? Yeah. I don't know how you turn that on and off, but this guy was turned all the way on. He's like, I might win.
To 11. Yeah.
But once again, he convinced 2 straight guys to marry him. He's capable of a lot. Because you think you'd be able to convince 2 straight guys to marry you and live on a zoo? Like, no. I could have a lifetime. I'd have a hard time. I'd probably figure it out. There's the blueprint. I gotta have tigers. Tigers and meth.
You gotta be. Also, the documentarian. Mm-hmm. They kind of pushed it as if the documentarian is like this regular guy. He's not regular. No. He's got apparently thousands of turtles.
Turtles. He has a huge turtle collection. Where'd you listen? Where'd you hear this?
Flagrant 2.
Flagrant 2. Yeah, he was Doc Antle was also on Theo's podcast.
Yeah.
And Theo was just like, I know you have a lot of animal attraction when it comes to cats. How do you turn the magnetism when it comes to these ladies?
These fine-ass ladies.
Yeah, it was crazy. And Doc Antle's everywhere right now, man.
Doc Antle right now, he comes off almost completely unscathed, right? His operation is obviously well above the books. Yeah. Right? He's not a former mobster that's killed people that has a closed zoo, which was another guy in this show. Doc Antle, above board, from what I can tell, he actually has a
license.
Yeah, but he also has in Sumatra, like in Sumer. Okay. In Sumer, he's got a reserve where they actually have a wildlife. What is it called when it's like a free
range kind of
wildlife
reserve, like cool, like an African lion safari. No, kind of.
No.
Like a free range animals area.
Yeah, exactly. So it's closed. It's kind of closed off, but they like guard it from poachers and stuff like that. And tigers are free to roam and hunt as they would normally do in nature. In the
wild. Gotcha.
Yeah. So he's got that. And he's funding that through his sanctuary in the United States. Right? So I mean that seems pretty good. You're using
Right.
What the fuck I know? All I know is that he's actually got a nature
He
preserve
at the very
over
least
there.
is like, I gotta make this as legitimate as possible, give back as whatever I can, because this is kind of shady having animals in cages all the time.
Right, to some degree. Then, okay, he actually doesn't have 3 wives.
No, I
What
heard
they
some of
did-
those are like just family
they're
members.
other people's. Yeah, they're family members, cousins. Some of them are married to his. Like one of them is married to his son. There's another one that's married to the tech guy. But they made it look like every girl that's around him are all his women.
Mm-hmm. But Yasin, how many of them? Like maybe 3
were his women.
They're legitimately probably at least 3 though. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. 100%.
He's
They're
still
just not
throwing it
married.
out
But
there.
the thing is, for sure, slinging that.
He's on the podcast talking about like a lot of people have girlfriends. A lot of them. Just because I have girlfriends, and nobody says all at the same time, bro. Living around each other, working together.
Hey man, it's still open relationship. I guess what it is. It is
And
what
you
it is.
being
He's
their
got to be.
manager.
To some degree, he needs to be weird, right? This might be his thing. He might be above board on everything else.
You know what? It's out of all the characters. If they just had a documentary on this guy, you might be like, "Wow, this guy." But after you see all of them, there's no way you can.
This guy's 100% normal.
Yeah, this guy's a normalist. This guy should be the judge.
Yeah. Well, So that was a trip, man. Freaking hold on. Oh, here's the other thing. How many times did this ever happen to you when you're watching the documentary?
Yeah.
And then you find out that Joe Exotic also sings country songs.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Because why not, right?
They're
So
not bad.
Okay, hold on. And then the problem is that like you forget about it. Like they'll show him a song, right? It's about like a hunter putting his rifle down.
Right, I
trying
know
to
that
save-
one. Yeah.
right? And then an episode goes by, and then the third episode they'll play another song by him, and you're like, wait, oh right, he sings. And then you forget about it, and another episode happens, and then there's another country song, and you're like, what? It keeps hitting me off guard the entire time that I watch the entire series.
I couldn't forget. I paused and I started looking for them. The first one I heard, I was like, "There's got to be more." And they're not bad. The guy
Here's
can
some
sing.
tea.
Here's
It's not him singing.
No.
It's
Who's
not him singing. No, someone else is singing. Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
just ruined the whole thing.
He's lip syncing.
He's lip syncing.
Yep.
Oh shit.
I know he didn't even have that. Well, it's Joe Exotic.
Man.
It's Joe Exotic. Also, what is it with tiger cubs that attracts white women?
I don't know, man. I've almost wanted to African lion safari, not African lion safari, but the the cat sanctuary, the jungle cat sanctuary has tiger cubs that you can pet.
Yeah. You want to hold one and just like point it towards a white girl and see if she comes over? Like,
why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't anybody who has an Instagram account just come right over?
That's true.
If you go to the mall,
Yeah.
you have a tiger cub, dude, they'll just.
That's true. If you go to the mall right in front of Sephora with a tiger cub and you charge $20 a picture,
Yep.
you make mad money.
You can do all sorts of things.
You do-
Remember
you
that
do-
other
killings.
shady guy who scammed Joe Exotic out of a zoo?
Yeah. Low
He just
something.
started taking them to the casino.
He puts them in a suitcase
And they're
and then rolls them
Just
into
roll
the
them in a
casino.
casino. Dude.
And then he will invite ladies up. Also, that guy has probably the most annoying attire. And that's a lot, that's saying a lot because Joe Exotic doesn't dress really well. But that Lowe, whatever his name is,
Rob Lowe.
yeah, he's wearing a bandana and an Oakley snapback.
I hate anybody with a bandana and a cap on.
Yes.
Guys,
Yes.
too much head
100%.
coverage. How many masjids are you going into? Is a masjid in a
What
masjid?
the
Then
frick is
okay.
wrong with you? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
One
that
head
guy is
covering.
also. Yes. One. You don't need two. Also, how is it that he has like his wife seems like a really nice person. He's in an open relationship with his pregnant wife, and she's like, well, we're also going to get a babysitter or a nanny, and he shows the camera which nanny he chose because he wants to sleep with him, and he fully, that's an agreement. Call in the nanny. I'm going to sleep with this nanny. This one's hot.
And that guy owns a zoo right now
Yeah.
in Oklahoma that's about to open up. All of this just happened so recently because, he went to prison in
2017.
December.
Yeah.
That's just a quarter. That's 4 months ago.
Yeah.
This is ongoing. They could make a part 2.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'd watch it. I'd love to see how.
I would watch the shit out of it, man. shit out of it.
Yeah, I'd watch the shit out of it.
And they have that fat guy with the lemur who turns state's evidence. he becomes a snitch.
That guy was like a big child.
Yeah.
I was like, if I let a middle schooler go without any mentorship for 10 years, this is what happens. This guy right here.
He sold someone a stolen Hummer. He has an illegal lemur, and he runs strip clubs.
How many pieces of crap were in this show? The other guy was a friggin' drug runner, and he was like, it's less crime to actually smuggle animals than drugs, so I switched to animals. One of those guys was a hard worker.
There's another guy, the guy with the monkey always on him, right?
Yeah, that guy worked hard.
That guy was never without that monkey. Yep. Like you would think when he's sitting down doing the interview, he's got a monkey with him. You're like, all right, cool enough. He likes his monkey. Then you see him in the caterpillar in the construction equipment, and the monkey's still with him.
Yeah,
that monkey's with him the entire time, and then eventually he gets pissed and then has to leave. He leaves. He's like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to be digging all this soil by myself.
Yeah.
And he takes his monkey and he leaves.
Makes sense.
It does make sense.
I don't know how any of these people trust each other to go into business with each other.
How can you have like more within a 5-minute conversation? You'd be like, you know what? I think I'm out. I think the whole business is not for me. Yeah. The whole tiger business is not for me.
I think just looking at it from an overview, you're like, I'm gonna get sweaty doing this. I'm not doing this.
Oh my
also,
God.
Who wants to be like running a zoo? All these animals. My favorite parts were remember when Joe Exotic had that tiger smelling his shoe? And you can tell this tiger's stuck on this shoe. Because the tiger isn't just like, he's like, this shoe, I want it.
Interesting. Yeah.
And Joe's on the phone cursing and shit. And he's like, get. And then it went from 0 to 60. And then all these tigers were just looking at him like, you're limping, eh? That's a shame. That was the most nerve-wracking part where I'm like, I would have heard about this if this guy got eaten, or would have I? Just hoping. I wish that was the end.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he just got eaten by a tiger.
I mean, but we would have missed out on so much.
We could have missed out on so much.
I'm hoping they reopen the case against Carol freaking Baskin.
Dude, I feel like this is gonna bring some heat on her.
Because
it's not like she was exonerated at any point. So if any evidence comes forward, anything could happen.
I would like to see that person.
Dude, I feel like that guy who looks like he recorded the whole thing with a cowboy hat and stuff. That was a journalist back in the day. I do think he burned that thing down.
You think he burned it down? Why would he burn it down?
Because think about it. Because he's like, all my video recording, it's all gone.
Yeah.
But the whole documentary, they have videos from before this documentary started.
But it's not him.
I don't know, man.
No. There's two. Okay, wait, hold on a second.
There's one guy that Joe hired back in the day to film his operation. And
that's
like
the guy.
make it but that's not the guy who made the documentary.
No, it's different.
So I feel like this guy might have burned that shit down.
Oh, you're talking about the actual documentarian burning the thing so that the other guy doesn't have his footage, so he can use his own.
Exactly.
Can you imagine? That was a huge plot. That would be a huge plot.
But look at this show. Like this is the world we live in. Makes me question what people are capable of.
Are you forgetting that time where Joe Exotic goes to his lawyer and then for some reason records this conversation? I don't understand why he would record this conversation, but his lawyer asks him a question, right? Mm-hmm. And then Joe is like, okay. It's all in the shed. We have all of that recording. He doesn't have any backups. And his lawyer's like, you see what I'm saying, right? His lawyer literally, like, the subtext is so clear. Burn that place down and you're going to be okay.
That's so funny. Imagine being a normal person who has to deal with Joe Exotic. And I feel like that's what the lawyer felt like. Like, like
the lawyer probably is thinking, this guy's not an idiot enough for him to record his own conversation with a lawyer, right?
Yeah, he do. Also, here are his husbands.
Oh boy.
And that lady who lost an arm.
Oh man, that was the first hit, right? You're like, oh boy, this is crazy. How is it? First of all, did you hear? She said that the hand worked, but it was going to take 3 months of reconstructive surgery. So she's like, just cut it off because I want to go back. I want to go back to working so that it doesn't look bad in the media about Joe's zoo. She lost an arm. She gave up her arm so that she could protect Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
What is this guy? Is he a magician?
Man, that was the saddest thing for me. Was I don't think she even knew. She was so loyal, and I was like, "Lady, sue the place. Get an arm. Get a robot arm. Get the best arm in Oklahoma. Get a tiger arm."
Right. Yeah, and then why is it that they keep on making her record with her arm out? You would think that she would have like a prosthetic. The other guy has 2 prosthetics. Right. There's another guy.
There's another guy.
There's another guy who
with
did
the
a
coolest
bungee jump.
shins.
Yeah. With a bungee jump that's shattered both of his feet and then some of his spine and lost both of his legs and has like really cool artwork on both of his prosthetics.
And then he left his wife after 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what do you have going for you?
Yeah, and he's making. I think he's working on cars for like a demolition dirt or one of those like dirt things where they just keep going in circles. That's what he's doing.
Well, that's what they do, man. The other guy with the long hair that ended up in a burger shack.
Yeah.
I don't know any of your names other than Travis and Joe and Doc and Carol.
That was crazy. No one came to Joe's defense. No one stood up for him. At the end, the king fell.
You can't. People testified against him. People who worked for him for years and years testified against him.
He's on video multiple times talking about how he would kill Carol Baskin, how he wants to kill Carol Baskin.
Like a dumbass.
Yeah,
I almost feel like he did it so much that there's no way he would do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's so obvious then. It'd be like if Donald Trump, I don't know, did something to actually everybody. That's not a good example. That guy talks shit about everybody.
That guy talks shit about everybody, man.
Yeah, this documentary, I didn't realize I'd liked watching like a train wreck like this. I normally don't enjoy people, but this was such a story arc, and it's like friggin' Game of Thrones, where I'm like, that guy died. Like, it was...
Yeah, it's the redneck Game of Thrones.
It's redneck Game of Thrones. They're going to make more of these, different types of these, but I don't know if you're going to have these characters.
I can't believe that there would be that much more crazy people that live like this. It seemed like a concept. It seemed like, okay, I think that lunatics are attracted to wild animals. And tigers are the coolest looking wild animals. And so all the lunatics kind of converge in these big cat places.
Yeah, I feel like a large reptile zoo. Reptile zoos would also have some interesting folks.
That's true.
Because
we should go back to... Sorry, go
have you been to the Vaughan Reptile Zoo? Because we gotta break the story.
No, we haven't. We should go there. We should also spend some more time in that big cat place as well. Just to see if there's... Maybe we just scratched the surface. We only spoke to like one normal person there. It turns out there's a couple other guys over there who are like, they have a gay harem.
Maybe.
Crash
the problem with that place is that they only have a total of 13 cats.
Right. So crazy.
What are they even doing?
Crazy. Yeah, that's true.
They're not even...
Did you see at some point Joe's zoo? He had like 50. They were just like... just walking back and forth. They were completely smashed together.
Yeah, they were like in this circular frenzy before feeding time.
Like a hurricane of tigers.
Oh, they were rubbing on each other in this tiny area. That was menacing. I gave it a lot of weird energy.
Yeah, it really, really did. Also, tigers are alone all the time in the wild. They don't. They only meet up to mate, and then they boogie. They don't hang out in packs.
Actually.
Yeah, they don't hang out in packs at all. Yeah, they just like to be alone. Just them having that much company is a little too much.
Well, some of those cats, all they've known. I think there's no cats in that zoo that were ever wild, right?
No. Yeah, that's true.
They're just recycling the same old cat
DNA. If they kept going, we could have gotten like domesticated tigers.
I don't know, but you notice how Doc didn't even want to call it a liger, his hybrid cat. He's like, liger has a lot of negative. I just called them big cats. It's like, what? That's a liger, dude. That's a lion with tiger stripes. What are you doing?
Yeah, they're very big.
They don't have a same restrictor plate like a normal cat does. Where like something when you breed them, it breaks a genetic restrictor plate in size, and sometimes they're like, we're just gonna add 40 pounds for no reason.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you hear the theory about how the world used to have a lot more oxygen, and so things used to be a lot bigger back then? So like you get a centipede. A centipede would be like a couple meters long because there's so much oxygen in the air.
Yeah, that's still true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right. I
still
didn't know
true
that
for
was a
places with
fact.
more. Yeah, for insects because they breathe through their skin.
Mm.
So yeah, the more oxygen, apparently they can get nutrients from it. Any place
so
with even more oxygen, like that are oxygenated in rainforests and stuff, apparently have bigger insects.
Okay. So how come no one's taking these bugs and then putting them in a hyperbaric chamber?
Ooh, I think it has to happen over generations. But how long could a bug generation be? Like a month?
Right.
You know, you could get some fruit flies,
Exactly. I was just thinking that.
make
Fruit
yourself
flies.
a air scooter.
Strap them to your feet.
I'd be
Away we go.
a dragonfly king. You know,
Oh, that
the
would be
dragon
great.
king.
Yeah, there you go. Could have been
Yeah.
that. And then we could be like brown hicks.
Brown hicks. Yeah, we would be on flies or like rats or at least those giant ants that are very common in brown countries.
Yeah. Just ride into battle on an ant.
I feel like ant would be pretty loyal.
Yeah, I think so too. And you could have an army of them.
You can have an army. You could just give them some sugar cubes. Like affordability is pretty good.
Yeah, they make their own bridges
They make their own bridges.
with themselves. You can make a raft. They'll float on water.
How would I make an ant think I'm the queen?
I believe pheromones. I think pheromones, and that's it. You just need some good killer perfume, and it fools them all.
And just lay out some fake larvae every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like, yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to.
just throw out some grains of rice.
Yeah.
Be like, look at this larvas.
Don't eat. Don't eat that.
Right, don't go too close to them. Don't go too close to them. We have another update, brother,
What's up?
on a topic that is near and dear to our hearts.
Ooh. The NBA?
No,
Justin Bieber?
Justin. No, wait, hold on.
Trudeau?
Justice for Johnny Depp.
What happened?
All right. So,
Oh, what happened? I'm so excited.
Miss Amber Heard.
I've heard of her.
Excuse me. Miss Amber Heard hired a private investigator to go and dig up as much dirt as possible on Mr. Johnny Depp, so that she could protect herself and or countersue it or whatever it is. She's trying to get some dirt because Johnny Depp has mad dirt on Amber Heard. And the PI came back and said, I couldn't find anything. In fact, everyone I spoke to said that Johnny Depp was a great and generous soul and was not capable of the things that you said. And actually, we have some complaints about you.
Oh, man. And we didn't even ask about those complaints about you. People just offered. They volunteered this information.
Yep. Apparently, the whole thing backfired completely.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Also, there's apparently Johnny is now confirmed that Amber Heard did indeed take a poop on their bed. Just pooped right on the bed.
I'm speechless. I could see it. I mean, I'm thinking about it, and it's crazy. Can you imagine, like, whoever your spouse is, let alone Amber Heard, just shitting on the bed? And you're like, what happened to you as a child?
Yeah.
To make you take a shit on a bed? Are you looking pictures, or what are you doing?
No. I'm just trying to give you the headline because the headline is quite amazing. Amber Heard allegedly hired a private investigator to trail her ex-husband Johnny Depp. Okay. The actress reportedly hired a former porn star turned private detective, Paul Barassi, to dig up as much dirt as possible on the Pirate of the Caribbean star. The Daily Mail reported. Now, the Daily Mail is the one that actually broke all of the this news story with all the recordings and things like that. So obviously they have all that.
They didn't break it. Johnny was like, "I have something to tell you."
Oh,
that's how they broke it. Is that like, come in, sit down, let me tell you what you need to tell everybody.
Right. To follow up, yes, you are correct. To follow up on that, hold on a second. Let me just bring this back. Turn off my ad. Okay. Okay. But the fixer spoke to 100 people who all couldn't say enough about his generosity and tender heart, but had some harsh words about the actress. It's like Amber Heard doesn't actually believe in the reality that's currently happening. She only believes in the one that's in her head. So of course, because I can't understand why someone would think that they would be able to get dirt if they can speak to 100 people and not get a single piece of evidence against them. Jeez. She just doesn't understand her reality, I think.
Well, she's got to look for something. She's like, anything? Did he fart? Give me something. Because at this point, it's kind of obvious that she's insane.
Also, you want to see the picture? You want to see a picture of this private investigator?
Send it.
Okay, because
And also let me know
he's a
where you're
looker.
sending it.
Yeah, what's
He's
that?
a looker?
I mean, he looks like a private investigator. He looks like a guy who dresses up like what he thinks a private investigator should look like. Scroll down.
Man, this thing's trying to get me not to use my ad blocker.
Sorry, man. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to give it up. Give it up.
Wow, look at this dude. Wow.
He looks like a French, like a Frenchman, like a classic French investigator. You know, look at his little mustache and his hair slicked back. Barely any of it.
Wow. And this
Why
is
is
probably
this-
his best picture because this looks like he got this taken professionally and he put it online.
This is true. This is true. Also, he's a former porn star. So, I mean, like, you know, he's got a wide range of experiences.
Why is a former porn star a good investigator? Like, what's the overlap? What's the Venn diagram? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know any transferable skills between one and the other.
Definitely not. I would not think so.
Yeah. It's weird. Apparently he's tied in with like John Travolta and Michael Jackson. This guy's been around. Also, at one point, the man was a big guy. It's a big
Working
guy.
out wise?
Yeah, working out.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
I
so
like it.
that's our update on Justice for Johnny there.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh, they're thinking of firing her from Aquaman too.
They gotta. You
Yeah.
gotta.
Yeah.
What? Like, you gotta.
Yeah.
I don't care which actor I am. If I see this woman,
Yeah.
you know people have made me aware. Like, dude, watch out. This lady, she looks good, and
Yeah.
she takes
poops
shits on beds.
and
And she takes the tip off your finger
yeah.
and calls you a pussy after hitting you.
Yeah.
This lady is all sorts of trouble. I'd be like Jason Momoa in the next room. I'd be like, no, man. Get this lady out of here.
So Johnny Depp is doing all types of suing. He's suing the UK tabloid for calling him a wife beater. He's suing Heard for defamation. He's suing. Oh no, that might be the only two things that he's suing. But he's putting in work right now.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. You're gonna have to do it.
Friggin' everybody.
Everyone could get the smoke. Everyone.
Everybody can get this smoke right now. Get people out of business right now. People barely have any money because of this COVID.
Right, run it to the ground.
Run it to the ground. Honestly, if it wasn't for COVID, I don't know if I would have watched The Tiger King in 3 days.
Say again, brother.
I don't know if I would have watched The Tiger King in 3
Oh,
days. Just being
yeah,
home
yeah.
so much.
Yeah. It really does help on the whole consumption of stuff because
There's nothing.
it's nice for me because like a lot of times we try to get you to watch stuff, but like now like you're home, bro.
I could probably get to anything right now, man. Even things that are scary and stuff.
Wait, okay, so I'm just gonna say this and then we're gonna move on. You like sci-fi? I don't understand why you haven't watched The Expanse. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'll watch Well, I gotta watch
It's really
almost
fun.
everything with my wife. That's kind of the thing, right? Like, there's only
she's
one
not
TV.
She's not a
Not to
sci-fi
that
person.
level. Like, there's only so many sci-fi. I could probably show somebody Firefly.
Yeah.
I could, but like, you can't really show somebody Babylon 5.
That's too deep, man. The Expanse is much more. It's like Firefly. I would put it in the same kind of category.
All right, I could probably do that. I mean,
try it.
Battlestar
Yeah.
was pretty good. I feel like Battlestar had such a good storyline in the first few years that
Yeah.
that would have done it. I'll try. Let's see what happens. We're not
See
doing
what happens.
nothing.
See what happens.
What do you think is? What do you
Sorry,
think is the least thing that if was taken away from people, they would riot right now?
Internet is not least, right? That's pretty big.
That's pretty big. I would say internet, food, water are big.
Yeah, I think it. Oh, yeah. If internet goes out for me, I will panic more for internet gone than food.
For about 6 hours. And then you'd be like, damn, I'm hungry. How do I eat this internet?
Okay, what is least? Not being able to go on walks.
That.
Because
No, I'm
that's a
fine with
simple
that.
pleasure, man. That's a simple
Yeah.
pleasure. I like being able to, like, you need to be able to go on a walk. Either that or
Right.
I'm going to have to go in my backyard and just walk the square.
Man, I go to my balcony and I stand there and I'll every now and then just yell something super loud. Like just something I want to yell, you know?
You want to, why don't you try getting everyone to sing something? Do you see New York? That was actually really cool. Everyone in New York, in Brooklyn somewhere, was singing "Juicy" by Notorious B.I.G.
Huh.
Yeah, it
Don't,
was nice. It was really cool.
don't they start banging pots and pans at 7:30 in the Toronto? Isn't that a rule?
That's Toronto. Yeah, that's Toronto in the morning.
Is this?
They do that so that they can salute the health workers.
It's definitely in the evening.
Oh, is it in the evening?
'Cause
Well, I guess that's better.
that would be
That'd be so
a-holes.
annoying, right?
Yeah, just like I was like, no.
Mm,
But yeah, I was outside yesterday. People were banging pots and pans. It was really cool.
okay.
Yeah, highly recommend if you want to.
Well, yeah, if you're in Toronto, yeah, you go do that. In Mississauga, in the borough, there's no banging that's happening.
Are people nicer in the borough when they see each other, or no? It's about the same.
I think it's about the same. I think to be honest with you, people want to stay away from each other more. There's less eye contact.
Yeah.
There's less nods. You know, you don't want people to look at you, because if they look at you, they can project more of their spit towards you. I don't want that COVID. So, no, man, I feel like I have a mental bubble in my, like a 2 meter bubble in my head, and I never get too close to anyone.
Yeah, everybody
You know?
is like that now, man. I got in
Yeah.
me and Farah got in the elevator. There was a person behind us. He was like, "No, thank you."
I got the next one here.
Dude, I was like, wow, this is a 50-story building. And he was
Yeah.
like, I'm not getting in the elevator with two people.
Yeah.
And I was like, I appreciate it. Because if somebody's in the elevator with me for the whole 25 floors, I hold my breath till I almost pass out.
Yeah.
If I have to breathe, I'm like, come back out. I am seconds away from losing consciousness is what I do in the elevator. Every time.
You hit the thing, you just fall over.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I come out
But I would
and
do
I
that
take
too,
a
yeah.
few quick steps and I go,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
feel safe.
Yeah. Or, you know, if I'm in, just recently went to Costco, right? If someone passes in front of me and then I got to push my cart through the wake
Through the wake of their
of their
aura,
being,
whatever,
right?
yeah, of their soul.
I exhale through both nose and mouth. I
Ah.
blow out. So, like, no Rona will come in.
Yeah.
Like I'll just blow it out, you know.
Yo, man, the numbers they're saying for the next, like, 4 to 6 weeks are scary.
Was it like 30,000 for Ontario?
It's supposed to be very scary.
Yeah.
Like, I've been told I have a friend whose mother is part of the emergency response team for the government for Ontario, and they're preparing for some numbers, man.
Yeah.
They're preparing for some big numbers. Like,
It is scary.
Yeah.
Definitely is scary. But it's also good in the fact that, like, a lot of the they're basing this on projected numbers, right? So they're extrapolating data, and they're saying that this is the way how we're going right now, based on blah blah blah. This is how much we might see come in. I have a friend that works at Trillium Hospital, and they said that they cleared an entire floor. There's an entire floor that's cleared with beds and, you know, makeshift walls and things like that, and they're ready. Well, they're ready as they can be.
Yeah, they're ready for a floor of people.
Yeah, they're ready for a floor of people. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what happens, man.
Let's hope all of this is working out well. Toronto just shut down, all construction. I don't know if that's relevant to you, but for my industry, all construction work in Ontario is now shut down.
What does that do for your industry? Like, in terms of everything stops?
It depends. Everything stops with regards to what we're shipping out. So we're not allowed to ship anything out into Ontario, but all other provinces are taking their equipment now. So everything, including Atlantic is doing fine, based on all of the orders that I'm getting of projects I'm taking care of. So,
Well, inshallah. I didn't want to get this is important for everybody, like even our work updates and stuff, because it's a crazy time, man. Inshallah, we look back at this and say that was a crazy, interesting, and horrible time, and glad we're through it. And look at my third arm. You know, this is what the vaccine gave me, and I'm happy about it.
Right, I'm alive.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Yeah. Also, I'm glad that I stopped vaping.
Why?
Well, this is again not confirmed or anything like that, but they were saying that the reason why there's a large percentage of or when younger people get it, they're either asymptomatic or it's like apparently super bad in a lot of cases in the United States, and they're suspecting they don't have enough evidence to prove otherwise, but they're suspecting that vaping has there's a word for this. Essentially done something to the lungs that allows the virus to latch on better on lungs that are regularly vaping versus that's not. Again, not confirmed or anything like that. So it is what it is. But they're trying to think. We still don't know much about this virus in the first place, right?
Yeah, I also read like blood type has a lot to do with it. Where this blood type versus that blood type.
Yeah, so O is better than A.
Yeah, Mazda drivers. No, okay.
Stick to your Hondas, people.
It'd be like, dude, if you wear Fila shoes, that's why it was so big in China. They still have some shoes. This is insensitive. I'm aware.
Yeah, you gotta take some swings.
Anybody who likes rom-coms, guys.
I love rom-coms, dude.
It'd be musicals. I think the older generation liked musicals. Maybe that's true. Why.
Yeah. Are your parents taking it seriously? What's your
My parents are taking it more and more seriously every single day. Every single day. I have friends and other family members who are older who are less. They're like, it's fine. This was made in a lab by China. It's gonna blow over. So yeah, it's my dad is sweeping. Yeah, he believes that'll help. So he's taking it very seriously.
Right. Yeah. There's so many forwards. There's so many forwards with fake stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff. It's like acupuncture points. If you just rub. Wait, I'll show it to you. I know no one can see it except you. Just rub this point over here. It'll increase your immune system. Okay. And so just do this 2 times a day for 3 minutes apiece.
What's the least effort solution you've seen so far? Because I've seen some that I'm like, how would that help? That seems like nothing.
The one where they say that the virus stays in your throat.
Right. So just drinking some water.
So drinking some hot water will push the mucus into your throat and then kill it. Which is true. If you eat the virus, it'll die in your stomach.
Right. My dad is drinking warm water regularly.
Yeah.
Apparently his tummy is doing better. It's really settling down the bacteria.
Digestion is great. Digestion is great. With 3 liters of water in me, digestion is smooth sailing.
Nice. Yeah.
So
they're getting more and more serious, man. And I think everybody's going to get more and more. Even the people who were completely skeptical and thought it was a conspiracy theory, they're like taking it very seriously out of the people I know. So.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah. I mean, like for my dad, he took it seriously from the minute.
Yeah. But your dad is health conscious.
He's like, should we start digging a bunker? Like, what are we doing? We got extra lumber.
You come down to the basement. All the windows are boarded up.
Yeah, there's already bars on them, and he's got a hatch. If you open this, we can just crawl into this and go on the other side.
A lot of shelving.
Yeah. No, just trying our best over here.
Yeah, that's all we can do, man. I think everybody's best bet is try to stay indoors, try to develop a routine, and learn how to be friends with your friends that you're living with. If you have roommates, if you have family, if you have a spouse. If you don't have any of those, you're by your own. Figure out a routine that keeps you happy. That's this thing isn't ending anytime soon, man. We're gonna be stuck like this for a while. Isn't that crazy?
Sir.
That's the craziest thing about all of this. We're gonna be stuck like this for a while.
Yeah, man. But nonetheless, some good news or some happy news. Just before I go here.
Yeah.
Where we go. I'm getting better at making grilled cheese sandwiches.
Ooh.
I know what number to put the oven on. I know when to put the bread on. I know how to flip it. And I know how to get it so that the cheese is just right.
What kind of cheese? What kind of bread?
Bro, okay. high class bread. Okay. Some good multi 12 grain type situation.
Yeah.
And regular ass Kraft singles.
Kraft singles, not even cheddar, just Kraft singles. The one they
Kraft singles. Not to say that I don't have good cheddar. Your boy went to multiple places and
I'm not going to let people think I don't have cheddar. I got cheddar. Okay. I got really good cheddar.
I got really nice cheddar. Aged 2 years. Okay.
Wow.
But for a good cheese, like a grilled cheese. You wanna have just that questionably probably gives you cancer Kraft singles. It hits well. It tastes better. To be honest with you, it's nice.
Make some tomato or lobster bisque and like dip the sandwich in the tomato soup.
No, not that fancy, but I think we should.
But tomato soup is like out of a can, which are plenty. It's so good, and you put a little bit of grilled cheese in there. Oh man, I don't have any of that. My mouth is watering.
Okay. All right. I think I have a can of tomato soup there.
Dude, trust me, you won't be disappointed. Those things go together like French fries and ketchup.
All right. Do you do French fries and ketchup and mayo?
No, I've seen you do that. And I just have a lot of judgment. I don't even know why, because it's a condiment. That's a condiment.
You came from Texas. Shouldn't you be already normalized with like mayo used for like deodorant?
Just like most xenophobic places, they're okay with their bullshit. Even I'm sure Joe Exotic is like, what? Gay marriage? This is bullshit, but they're okay with their own bullshit. That's what Texas is like. Like, we'll fry up mayonnaise and eat it with a spoon, but you don't put any fries in this. What's wrong with you?
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough for a crazy place, right? Like, it's not a logical. That's what I'm saying. It's not a logical stance, but I'm like, yeah, I don't put fries in ketchup. But is it good?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't like regular mayo. I like Big Mac mayo from McDonald's. And you take that, you mix it with the ketchup, and you swirl it around. It tastes great. It tastes amazing. Nice.
This is like a Ramadan podcast over here.
It tastes like rock bottom.
Oh,
you know, because normally when I'm eating that, I'm emotionally eating
fish fillet.
I miss it, bro.
I know.
I miss it so much. I miss food. I miss restaurants.
Yep. If I'm gonna go to a place now to get food, I go to a place up here. But I can see everybody. I can see how they are. I go there maybe once a week. But it's tough to even. All I'm doing was like, oh man, dude, you don't look healthy. You shouldn't be making my food.
Save so much money from not eating out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. Any plans for the rest of the week? How are you going to pass it?
No, that's it, man.
Okay. Yeah, enjoy staying inside and working.
All right, man. All right, let's call it, bro.
I'm going to call it. I'm going to try to do some painting. That's my extra thing is my wife paints, Farah paints, and I might try to get in some painting or drawing this week. I might have a leopard to show you by the end of. Ooh, that's a good. We should have a homework assignment.
Like, you gonna do some painting?
I'm gonna draw some tiger patterns for you on something. I might show it to you next week.
All right, perfect, man.
All right, buddy.
This is it. This has been episode 229. Thanks for hanging with us. Hopefully you guys are doing well, still healthy, and all that good stuff. Fighting that good fight. Don't go too crazy. Don't go too crazy now. Right? Find your routine. I found my routine this week. I'm pretty happy about myself now. So that's good. That's good. Sayed, any last words before we go? I'll see you in a week.
I'm a hermit crab. I like it. That's it.
That's good. No social responsibility. You
won't get it again. When this is over, you'll have to go out and see people begrudgingly.
So just lean into it.
Lean into it, guys. Lean
All right, people. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.